Welcome to another edition of 42 straight years in. On my crackhead update, Lion Willie and his old lady came this morning, and I didn't feel like cooking breakfast, so he went to Sonic. He drove to Sonic and get some breakfast sandwiches. His old lady stayed here. He went by himself. But Sonic is right down the street, about 4 blocks away. Anyway, I got her sister over here. She comes spend the weekend with us every weekend. Her name is Lovely. So we all sitting out there on the patio. It's kind of crowded because it's a small patio. Man, and this girl, she went there. She said last night she was in the bed to sleep. She sleep in a separate bedroom from Lion Willie. She got her own private bedroom. And she said she woke up and the Martians were eating her out. My old lady asked her, said, "How do you know it was a Martian?" She said, "I know." She said, "You sure that wasn't Willie?" She said, "No, I had my eyes closed. I never opened my eyes." He said, "Yeah, man, I remember I was hollering and I told him to keep going because it felt good." He said, "Then he gave me a cream pie." My lady said, "You still didn't look. You ain't never looked." She said, "No, I didn't look. I just turned on over in the bed and went back to sleep today. I got to watch them damn Martians." But one thing he do, he know how to do it good. But Lion Willie's shit is rubbing off on this lady. That's my crackhead update. Y'all know what it is. Get your shanks out and let's get ready to ride. Now, speaking of Martians, now Elon Musk and a whole lot of these rich people, they're all trying to find resources in outer space. Me, myself, I actually believe if they do find a planet that's inhabitable, they're not going to take no poor people, no drug addicts, no criminals. None of these people is going to this new planet. If you're not making a contribution to that community, I don't think they'll have no use for you. That's just my opinion. I talked to this college professor. He's a professor here in Dallas of sociology, and he's got tenure. Now he got a hell of a outlook on how to handle the United States. He said if he had the power, he would kill all the people on Section 8 housing. He said they poor, they can't support themselves. He said he would kill all the criminals because mass incarceration is not working. Look, crime is out of control. It's off the Richter scale. Everywhere, every major city, small towns, everywhere, crime is rampant in America. He said I would politely kill every one of them. He said I'd kill drug sellers and users. See, when I would have a utopian society, there would be no deadbeats, no government assistance for you. Everybody must make a contribution. He said I would bring all the jobs back from overseas. An iPhone might cost $20,000 because it's going to be made here in America. And so everybody would have a job. It'd actually be a right to work. It would be mandatory that you work in order to survive. And the only people that we would take care of is people that have severe medical problems who can't actually work. Everybody else, you must work and earn your keep. We would not give you food stamps, be no teenage pregnancies, no single mothers. He said, no. He said, if you can't function right, we'd have public execution every Saturday in the downtown Dallas or in any major city. I don't want to call his name or even the university he worked at, because if they got wind of that's how this man actually think, the cancel culture would be at his ass. And most likely, in all likelihood, he would lose his job. But he got tenure, so he wouldn't be worried about it. They still would have to pay his salary. That means he got the job for life. It's something to ponder. He's right. Mass incarceration is not working. Look at how many people they lock up. Right now, Dallas County Jail got over 5,000 people in it. And it's Every day somebody gets shot here. Every fucking day. It's doing non-stop, it happens. You know, some people are destined to age inside of a maximum security prison. For all these violent offenses, Dallas do not give you a pat on the hand. They're going to give you a large ass sentence. And some guys going to be an old ass man when they make it back out of prison. That's if they make it out of prison. Because they're not handing out paroles no more like M&M candy. That ain't happening. And like I always said in previous videos, most guys got a 50-year sentence for a violent offense in a Texas prison. His parole officer not even born yet. Who gonna interview him? They ain't even born yet. He got a long way to go. How in the hell you gonna go and explain to a parole officer you driving down the street, shooting out, firing an AK-47 out the window, and you hit this lady who had nothing to do with your gang activity? You killed. How you gonna explain that? And this lady is 24, 26 years old, got her a bachelor's degree from a poor background, her damn self, but she ain't went and shot nobody and robbed them and all that shit. How you gonna explain that? You actually think that bullshit gonna work? It's not gonna work. You know, it's so much violence now. There's no laws that's gonna be passed that's beneficial to criminals. It's too much violence. They're gonna try to stop it the best way they can is by long incarceration, by capital or by lethal injection, whatever it takes. That's what they're going to have to do. That's what they're going to try to do to curtail some of this violence. I mean, every day, all day, it is extremely dangerous. In the inner city neighborhoods, man, it's pathetic. You got to watch yourself. My old lady, her and her sister, they gone to play tennis. Yeah, they opening up where I live at. You know, it's a store inside of this complex. They got a computer lab. They got a workout room. I just was coming in from cleaning my car off, and I read the notice on the bulletin board. On the 6th, they're opening up the computer lab, the exercise room, they're opening the store up. Got all type of shit going on here. And they just raised my rent. I mean, they just raised it. But that's okay. She told me they do that once a year. Every year your rent increase. I'm going to go over to, I've said in the other videos at Ramsey Unit, they had a guy there they called Bear. Now, this man ran the prison. The warden was Wildcat, J.B. Anderson. But he got just as much power as Wildcat. He even cleared a count. When it's count time and he's there, you take him the count sheet, he clears the count. An inmate clear the count. That's how this guy's trusted. He can clear the damn count. You know, they know guys back in the day didn't have no herd mentality. There wasn't no gang in Texas prison. He was every man for his damn self. So them old convicts, they held their own. They stood on their own 2 feet. They ain't with no gang. And the only person they gonna call a homeboy, man, you really gonna be cool with them. They just didn't call anybody they homeboy. Just cause you from Dallas didn't make you be their homeboy. And they was from Dallas. If they didn't know you, or you didn't know the same people, for they're concerned, you're just another person from Dallas, Texas. You not his homeboy. You know, now they got the herd mentality. Some of these old stupid ass gang members, they scare the other guys. Hey man, if you don't join us, it's a possibility you will get jumped. This will happen to you. Really, none of that shit is gonna happen. It got a lot to do with what prison you at. If you at a prison that houses a lot of old guys, most of the time they don't even check you in when you arrive at a prison that houses old guys. You ain't got to fight. You ain't got to do none of that shit. The only way you around young guys, you got to do all that bullshit. Well, anyway, Burr was allowed to go home. On Friday evening, you see Burr with free world clothes on getting in the warden's car, either the state vehicle or the warden's personal car, and drive off. And he would come back Sunday night. All the while I was at Ramsey with this guy until he went home. That's what he did. And he was doing it before I arrived at Ramsey. He was allowed to go home. He only served 5 days out of the week. The other 2 he served on the outside. And so one of the inmate guards from one of the white cell blocks, they called Bully Wooly. He wanted to go to commissary. He an inmate guard, so he can go to commissary when they run in another cell block or another dormitory. So he go up to Burr, ask him, can he go to commissary? Burr automatically gonna say yes, because he is an inmate guard. So he go to the commissary man run him off. It's a new commissary officer. He don't know the procedure at Ramsey. So he tell him, I don't give a damn what that inmate say. He don't run shit. He can't put you in this commissary line. So Bully Woody come down there and knock on Cat's door. So I go out in the hallway to see what he want. He says, Cat doing any favors? I asked Cat, I said, say, you got Bully Woody out here. He want to know if you're doing favors. This guy's an inmate guard. Cat been knowing him a long fucking time. So he said, send him on in. So he get it down. He said, Warden, he said, Cat, Burr signed my commissary slip for me to make commissary. He said, when I get to the commissary man tell me Burr don't run shit. He said, Burr don't run shit. He run this commissary and he run it the way he want to. So Burr say, Wildcat say, let's go down here and talk to this badass commissary officer. I want to see this son, but he said, I ain't never met him yet. So go down the hallway and Cat tell him to shut the commissary down and come out in the hallway and talk to him. Cat don't go in the commissary. He make him come out in the hallway like he a damn inmate. When he walk up, Cat say, you want to have your goddamn jaw broke? The guard say, no, sir. He said, I'm going to tell you something. He said, Burr run this damn prison. If Burr say that man can make commissary, he can make commissary. Because both of them work for me. And I gave Burr that authority. He can let this man make commissary. He said, I ought to let Burr whoop your damn ass. That's what I ought to do. Tell him he ain't running shit. Burr been here forever, and this is my right-hand man. Now I've heard Cat say several times by different inmates that he trusts more than fucking guards. I used to be saying, damn, he trusts an inmate more than a guard. These people, they did a lot of shit together. Once before I was at another prison, I think I got transferred to the Wynn unit from Robertson unit out in Abilene. And when I got to the Wynn unit, they ran me in front of classification. Classification officer told me, which was the senior warden at the Wynn, he said, I'm going to tell you something. He said, you must know a lot of shit on these wardens. He said, damn, they let you get away with every damn thing. He said, man, he looked at my record and said, man, you supposed to be in ad said. You ain't supposed to be no minimum custody inmate. He said, you know some people. He said, one thing I know for a fact is you know somebody around here because you wouldn't be able to get away with all this shit. I just looked at him and smiled. Man, whatever, you know what I'm saying? But even I met Wildcat's son at the Cofield unit. He was a major. He's a big dude just like his dad is. And I've said this in another video. When he was 14 years old, Cat brought him on Thanksgiving Day, brought his family inside of the prison at Ramsey, and they ate dinner with the inmates. And I was sitting way over at a table by myself. And he came and asked, could he sit down? And his family sit down at the table I was at. And I talked to his son. And I brought that up. Hey, you remember, I'm the guy you talked to, man. And, ain't nothing this man wouldn't let me do. You name it, I can do it. I wouldn't give a shit what it is. Stab somebody, go outside the prison. Any damn thing I want to do, I can do it with him. It's the same way at Easttown. Warden Martin, the big black warden. He was the first black field guard at the Ramsey unit. He the first one. He gave me a job cleaning the outside gun towers at night. And I got a life sentence. I'm allowed to go outside the prison at night, put ice in them, and clean them gun towers. And they full of goddamn guns, and some of them are loaded. They got AR-15s. They got a Ruger, Mini 14s. They got all this shit inside them gun towers. And I'm allowed to go in there. He trusted me from Ramsey. They trusted the old timers. Now, a guy was saying about it. So I had somebody in the comment section say, you messing with the fat butt boys. No, I didn't. The female guards came to Texas prison in 1983. And I made me a vow. I was always going to get me one. So I kept me a good job assignment where I have access to the female guards. I actually had me a female guard that I'm fucking. I don't need no damn fat butt boy. Got all these females working at this prison, and I'm working there with them, sometime working in the hospital. Only inmate in there is me. Or I'm working up in the warden's office. Only inmate there is me. I'm automatically going to win me one of these women. All you got to do is work there. Just a matter of time. One of them going to proposition you. You ain't got to say nothing to them. They going to say something to you. Yeah, and I want to shout out Jay Williams over at Let's Live Life for help promote my channel. I sure appreciate it. I've got some more subscribers. And, you know, without trying to brag, majority of the guys who got a prison channel, I've served more time in administrative segregation than he actually served in prison. You know, some of them claim to be authority on prison. I be saying, hell, you ain't ever ate out of every damn tray in the chow hall yet. Guys be asking me about somebody named OG Percy. I don't know the guy. I ain't never been assigned to the Ferguson unit. Only time I've been to Ferguson unit, I was at East Ham unit. I was on the basketball team, and we'd go over there to play Ferguson basketball. Other than that, I don't even know the guy. You know, in the prison that I was at, nobody with no 5-year sentence wasn't running jack shit there. None of those prisons, you ain't running nothing. You ain't gonna be running your mouth. All these guys got life sentences, been locked up 25 and 30 years. You think they gonna let a motherfucker drive up with 5 years and gonna call some shot? That ain't happening. Matter of fact, you got a 5-year sentence, you ain't gonna even figure out inmate politics. You ain't gonna be locked up long enough. It's a lot of bullshit going on that you're gonna have to know if you wanna be a shot caller. Then if you're a shot caller, majority of the time, the only shot you're going to call is going to be in administrative segregation. Because Texas is big on putting your ass in ad seg when you one of these gang leaders. Or you some type of enforcer. They will lock your ass up and throw the key away and don't even worry about you no more. I got to get this video uploaded before my old lady get back. Y'all know what it is. Keep your shanks ready. Follow me over on Patreon. The link will be in the description. And like and subscribe. I need my likes. And I thank you for watching.